Record. All right, hey, how's everybody doing today? We're here with UFC 314 preview and predictions. Alexander Volkanovski against Diego Lopez. UFC 314 live from the Kasaya Arena in Miami, Florida. This Saturday, April 12th, 10 p.m. Pretty good card here. Kicking off April here with a nice card. I got one of my good friends, Anthony here, special guest. He's going to introduce himself and tell you a little bit about himself, and then we're going to talk about the main card.
Yeah, thanks, Dylan. My name's Anthony Pompilii. I grew up with Dylan, basically. I'm from Cecil County, went to school at Widener University. I now work for IKEA. I do communications and marketing for IKEA US. Um, I played college basketball, and I've been a UFC fight fan since 2017. I've been a diehard fan. Over the past 9 months, I actually started to train jujitsu. So I've been training for the past 9 months. And I'm looking to maybe get into some amateur fights in 2026. So this game has been my life, been my favorite sport. People talk about NFL, NBA, but UFC has been my game, and really all MMA and jiu-jitsu for the past maybe 8 years, I would say. So
Awesome. And thanks for coming on today, Anthony. We're gonna get through it here. We're gonna start with opening the main card. We have Nikita Krylov and Dominic Reyes. So Dominic Reyes, obviously the fight with John didn't go his way on the scorecard. Very controversial fight. He went, and I think he suffered four straight knockout losses. Some of them brutal, kind of hard watch. Nikita Krylov, on the other hand, he's number 8 in the division. He's been off for a while, but he's a finisher. He's a good fighter. He's funky. This should make for a good fight here to open up the card. The big guys opening the card usually don't get that. Uh, Anthony, what do you think? What do you think we got here with this one?
yeah, I think this is a really important fight. Dominic Reyes is coming off two
Yep.
wins. Now, granted, one is Anthony Smith. I won't, it's kind of a joke, but is coming off 3 wins, right? And he's number 8, and Reyes is number 11. I think whoever wins this fight gets like a contention back into like the top five, maybe even.
Yep.
Um, but with Krylov here, he's a scary guy. Like he is a really scary guy. His jiu-jitsu is very good. I think he's gonna give Reyes some serious problems. But
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good fight. I think, Dominic obviously he's got some confidence and that could be really good for him. It could be really bad. Obviously, Krylov can finish the fight anywhere. We've seen Dominic fall to some crazy stuff. I'm going to
yeah.
go with Krylov to win though. Probably probably with I'll go with a submission. We're going to open the main card. We're going to open the main card with a finish. What do you think?
Yeah, I would actually say the exact same thing. Either a finish or a TKO. I mean, we've seen Reyes get TKO'd too many times as of late. But again, Krylov's jiu-jitsu is top of the line. And I could see him finishing the fight with a submission too.
Yeah. Yeah, so then the next fight we got here, obviously this fight materialized over social media, over some posts that exchanged Mitchell's Hitler comments, and then Gene Silva replying and saying they wanted to set up a fight. This is a good fight though. I mean, Gene Silva and the Fighting Nerds, they're on fire. Gene Silva's coming off some big wins. He's just absolutely starching people. Looks good on the feet. But Bryce Mitchell's no joke. He's got some elite grappling. And I think this is going to be a really good fight. This gives Gene Silva an opportunity to crack into the rankings. And, featherweight's kind of all over the place right now. Obviously, the next fight we're going to talk about takes place at featherweight. It's really important. You got Mobstar. They're talking about Mobstar fighting Aaron Pico. We don't know what's going on in featherweight. But, yeah, this is a big fight. And it's your classic grappler and striker. Can Bryce get him down, or is he just going to get flatlined in a minute? Is he going to get flatlined in the second round late? You never know. But here, I think Mitchell is going to have some success with maybe some clinch and some grappling. But I think Gene Silva is going to get it done. I think his striking is just a little too strong, and I think he's going to knock Bryce out late. I don't think it's going to be a quick one because Bryce is tough. I mean, Bryce Bryce is a tough guy. I don't know if it was his last fight, but he might be coming off that brutal,
That's
absolutely brutal knockout to Josh Emmett.
2 fights ago. But yeah, so definitely 100%. It's funny. I looked at these fights obviously before you told me to come on. And I said, dude, every fight is literally the flip of a coin in terms of odds. And I'm kind of upset at these odds with Bryce being plus 225. Not that he should be the favorite because Gene Silva does have, I think it's an 11 or 12 fight win streak right now. Even though he has fought guys that are not well known. However, Bryce has only lost 2 fights since 2018, and one was to arguably the pound for pound Ilia Topuria, and he put up a hell of a fight in that fight. Like it
Yep.
was a very high level fight, and Bryce showed great signs. Obviously, before that fight, what he did to Edson Barbosa,
Oh
absolutely
yeah.
insane. No one does that to Edson Barbosa. Like
What was
it's
that
crazy.
like a 30 to 26, 30 to
Yeah,
25?
right. And what he just did against Crone Gracie. Now, Crone Gracie is kind of a meme,
Yeah.
but still, I'm going to pick Bryce Mitchell to win this fight just because of his experience and because of his grappling. He's been able to get into the clinch with just about everybody he fights. Now, I know Gene Silva is a knockout artist, but I don't think we have seen the experience from him yet. Now, granted, it's definitely scary if Bryce just comes in kind of reckless and tries to get into the clinch. He could get knocked out. But I'm going with Bryce Mitchell by decision.
I like it. I like the pick. And Bryce could come out. He could be I don't want to say that they're beefing or whatever, but you never know with these guys. Bryce might come out a little emotional and it might end up real bad for him. Maybe Gene Silva comes out emotional and he's on the ground and he's getting dragged around and then he's all gassed up. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think these guys will be good after the fight. I think they're two good guys. I think Bryce will pray if he
yeah,
wins and
I agree. I think I see them shaking hands or
yeah.
hugging out.
hmm They got to promote the fight though, and they're doing a pretty good job of it.
Hell of a job.
And credits to them for setting up a fight over social media because everybody's always all talk on that.
Right.
All right, next fight, Patricio Pitbull, long-awaited debut in the UFC. Probably too late for a title run, I would say. But I mean, he's getting a chance. If he wins this fight emphatically, he might be fighting for the title next, especially with how much the UFC hates Mobsar. And yeah, so Patricio, he's coming off a win in Bellator against Aaron Kennedy, and the big whole thing with Bellator with PFL buying them. He was just he couldn't get any fights. A lot of these guys are having that issue right now. And Aaron Pico, what's his, yeah, and then a bunch of guys just can't get a fight, and so he's coming over, and Yair Rodriguez, he's actually on a 2 fight skid. Uh, brutal beating from Volkanovski at International Fight Week a couple years ago. Then he came back, was absolutely starching Ortega in the first round, and then Ortega absolutely just steamrolled him from there and finished him. So, and that was a great fight. But yeah, Yair didn't have the gas tank in Mexico City where he fought Brian Ortega, and that's literally where he's from and trains. So that was a little bit of a head scratcher there. The fact that he gassed out so bad. Here, I agree when you said they're all kind of coin flips because like you don't really know what you're getting with Patricio Pitbull, especially at his age. And Yair is, he's a fantastic, great striker, but he's on a skid. And Pitbull has fought a lot of high level guys over the years. Just because he wasn't in the UFC does not mean he's not ready for this. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, this is such a tough fight. Patricio is also a high level jiu-jitsu black belt,
Yep.
and I think he definitely has the ground advantage over Yair in this fight. I do have to go with Yair to win this fight, just because of his experience and the level of guys that he's fought and what he has done in the UFC. I mean, prior to the 2 skids, I mean, he was on a roll, and he's an extremely high level striker. And Patricio is 37 years old. I mean, we've seen great champions like John Jones, right? These older guys, but still, age does play a factor. I think Yair's only 32. I think he's the younger guy. He's looking to get back into the title contention. And Patricio just hasn't fought the UFC caliber guys. Like he's fought Bellator champions, and Bellator is one of the best in the world, one of the best fight organizations in the world, granted. But still, I gotta give the advantage to Yair here. He's a world-class striker, and I would probably put my money on him if I had to.
Yeah, I like your take there with that. This is one of those where I feel like Patricio wants to come onto the scene and he wants to make a statement. But at the end of the day, it's mixed martial arts. You only get so little fights where he has to win at the end of the day. Like you can't go out there and be like, I need a knockout right away. So I could see Patricio employing his grappling and making this a real boring and ugly fight. And
Definitely.
that's what I think he's gonna do. I think Pitbull is gonna grind out a decision. I think Yair doesn't have the gas tank. But like I said, if he comes out, my official pick's gonna be Pitbull by decision. But if he comes out, you know, trying to get that crazy finish, Yair might kick him in the face and he might wake up in the hospital.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's a great take.
This one, I'm just gonna go off the bat and say that Paddy Pimblett's putting Chandler away in one. I think this one's gonna be quick, emphatic, and he might get a
Wow.
title shot.
Wow. Bold takes right now. Bold takes. I love it. That's awesome.
You know,
If you don't mind. So I have to disagree here. I am going to pick Michael Chandler, and let me explain why. I am a huge Paddy Pimblett fan, and I doubted him at first. I really did doubt him, right? He's got a very skinny frame. But when I saw him grapple, his jujitsu is some of the highest level in the UFC, period. Like this guy is serious on the ground. The reason I'm giving the edge to Chandler is because Pimblett's striking. I mean, I don't know. I just think Chandler overpowers him in this fight. Chandler has been in there with the likes of Charles Oliveira, and he has not been submitted. Or excuse me, I don't know if he was submitted in their last
the
fight. I think
first
it
the
went,
first fight he was knocked out, and the second one was decision.
yes. Um, if you're in there with the likes of Charles Oliveira, now Chandler was a Division One wrestler,
Six
but
and a half rounds with Charles, and he didn't get submitted. That is very impressive.
right. So if he's not going to get submitted by Charles, I don't know if Paddy Pimblett can get the submission. Now that doesn't mean that he can't still dominate him on the ground. But in terms of the striking, I'm gonna have to give the edge to Michael Chandler. Now you might think I'm crazy for saying that because Chandler kind of just throws bombs, but we've never seen. I know Scousers don't get knocked out, but we've never seen Paddy really be cracked. Or excuse me, yeah, we've never we've seen Paddy get pressured like by Jared Taylor. Like his striking isn't the best in my opinion. I think he has a lot of work to do in that area. But if Michael Chandler can touch him, which I think he will, he has touched pretty much everybody he fought at some point. He puts on a show. I think he puts Patty away. I think he actually puts Patty away. He's got, even though Patty's the bigger man in terms of height, Michael is just very stocky. He's got that big right overhand. I'm gonna give the edge to Michael here.
Yeah, and I like the way you broke it down there. But you know, Chandler, he's up there in age too. He's one
Yeah,
and four in his last five. He, he's on a huge layoff. I think the last time he fought was against Dustin Poirier, like 2 Novembers ago. And
that's true.
like you said, he's cracked everyone he's fought. He was dominating Dustin. He put a beating on Gaethje in that first round. He
Cracking
almost
him.
finished Oliveira, literally.
Yes,
Well, no, he did fight Oliveira recently. I mispronounced that, but yeah, he almost had Oliveira out of there late in the recent fight. So yeah, he's a guy that, like you said, he's hard to finish. He's hard to put away. I mean, Charles gave him a left hook that literally like most people are gonna go down from, and I don't know. I just feel like this is that story where Patty comes in, bright lights in Miami, and he just gets it done emphatically. I don't know how he's gonna do it. I don't. I want to say it's gonna be a knockout. Like after, I just want to say it's gonna be something crazy. Like I just think it's his moment, and he's either gonna show up, show out, or go back to the drawing board. He's still gonna be a huge star, but if he wins this fight, you're looking at it like him passing people up for a title shot just because of the name. And yeah, I'm going with Patty. I think he gets it done. emphatically
Yeah.
too.
I love that take. If I may just add one more thing,
Yeah,
I totally agree with you. I think Patty's IQ is high. I think his fight IQ is extremely high. I think his mindset as well. I think if he can outlast Chandler in like the first and second rounds, then we could definitely see him taking it to a decision or getting it done emphatically, like you said.
yeah. All right, so the main event, this is one that's hard to talk about, not because of like Volk's skid, just because of like I don't know where Volk is at in terms of his career. He had such a legendary title run, absolutely beat the shit out of Max Holloway, 50 to 45, just 2 years ago to close out that rivalry. Beat the shit out of Yair. Um, went to decision with Islam in a fight that most people thought Islam won, but I mean it was close. And then he decides to go on short notice against the pound for pound number one. Big mistake by him, but like he said, you can't pass up opportunities in the sport. And then he fights Ilya Taporia like 4 months later. So we don't really know where Volk is at. Is his chin gone? Is he just old? Um, or is he just it just wasn't good timing? Is he going to be back? Who knows? But his fight IQ, one of the best out there. He can do it all. Um, he's seen and been through everything in the division. He's fought guys at higher weights. You know, how's he going to hold up? That's the big question. He's fighting Diego. Diego Lopez just absolutely put a clinic on Brian Ortega. That's no joke there. Huge win by him. But it's dangerously early for this title shot for Diego. He's real young. He actually lost to Movsar Evloev, and although it was on short notice, and I think that Diego hits hard. He can roll. He can strike. I don't know. I want you to go first on this one.
Okay, yeah, I'll go first. Appreciate it. You made a bunch of great points there, especially with Volkanovski's head, in terms of where he's at mentally. Um, I am going to go with Alexander Volkanovski to win this fight, by decision, and I'm going to explain why. So again, a lot of this, especially in the fight game, it comes down to experience. And this guy, when I say has fought the best of the best, he's literally fought the best of the best. Like there's nobody better than Islam Makhachev right now or Ilya Taporia right now besides John Jones. And he has stepped in with both of them, right? And like you said, some people think he beat Islam the first time, the pound for pound number one right now. His fight IQ is arguably, besides the people I just named, the highest in the UFC, right? Just because you have two losses to high level guys, right, doesn't mean necessarily that you're totally done, right? I mean, we've seen it plenty of times. People come back and are effective. So that's for that reason. I think Alex's striking IQ is going to outlast Diego here, especially just because Diego's inexperienced. He's young. We have seen him like get touched up. And I like Alex honestly better on the ground too. Islam could not submit him. Alex has my favorite combat sports athlete of all time, Craig Jones. Craig Jones, his jiu-jitsu coach, is arguably second best jiu-jitsu, even though he doesn't compete anymore. Alex, wherever this fight goes, I just see him edging it out to win this fight.
I like that a lot. I'm also going with Alexander Volkanovski. I've seen Diego Lopez fade in fights, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be his first 5 rounder in the UFC. If we're talking the beginning of round four, we're talking an Alexander Volkanovski clinic.
Correct.
And yeah, I think well, I'm not gonna put it past Diego. I think he's gonna be strong early. I think he'll probably win the first round, maybe even the second. But I think Volkanovski's gonna take over midway through that second, maybe at the beginning of the third. And he's gonna do what he does best. Like you said, he was taking down Islam at the end of that fight. I mean, he's just all over the place. And I think what is it, a year and 2 months he's been off?
Yeah, that
I
sounds
think
right.
I think he's had I think he fought last February against Ilya. He's had a lot of time to clear his head, rest his brain, rest his chin,
Love the farm.
get some good training in, and yeah, I think he's gonna get it done. But another one, you could flip a coin and pick a winner, but I just think Volk is just the guy, and he doesn't have many fights left in him, to be honest. He's kind of up there in age, especially for the lower weight. And I think we're gonna get one more Alexander Volkanovski clinic here.
Yeah, I love that. Fantastic take.
Yeah, so this Saturday it's going down. Really good card, especially when these cards have been lacking. I mean, last time I recorded one of these, I was talking about Junior Tafa on the main card, and I don't think I really want to do that again. So when the worst guy on the main card is Dominic Reyes, you're in good shape because he's on the main card. He could even headline a fight night if you wanted to give him that.
Easily.
But yeah, thanks for coming on, talking about it. You're welcome on here anytime you want. It was a great breakdown of all the fights, and it should be a great card, and I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, Dylan, hey, it's seriously an honor to be on your show. I really appreciate you having me on. Love to watch your breakdowns every fight. I watch every fight that you break down, every big fight. So truly an honor. Appreciate you, and I definitely would love to be back on.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, take it easy and like and subscribe.